Find your way into a comfortable sit. Welcome the breath. And today's pranayama practice is going to be really what I hope is a beautiful blending of pranayama and a dharana, or a focused meditation. In other words, we're going to use the breath to cultivate some thoughts, some intentions by way of words, right? So whatever you need for your beginning shape, you could recline, you could sit tall, you could bring in some supports and props. And then deepen the breath. And this recipe for cultivating courage, the main ingredient is the breath. So at any point, come back to that breath. Come back to a steady and even, feel the edges, perhaps, of really drawing that breath in to expand and open. And allowing every last drop, so to speak, of the breath to evacuate. And this is enough. Just breathing is enough. You've shown up. Congratulations. Showing up is enough. Breathing is enough. But when you've arrived and this breath is accessible, here's where we can start to peel back the layers to clearer seeing, to deeper knowing. This is where on compassion, on the foundation of compassion, of love, we build the skills of competence, of confidence, and courage. Inhale, compassion. Exhale, fear. Inhale, love. Exhale, unworthiness, unlovableness, whatever the opposite might feel like for you. Take a few more rounds and choose the words, the image, the intention that speaks most to awakening this heart of courage by way of compassion for yourself and for your circumstances. Inhale, love. Exhale, fear. Inhale, love. Fill up completely and hold tight. Lock the bandhas and linger in this fullness as long as it's comfortable. Maybe it tickles the edge of comfortable. This is perhaps unfamiliar territory and starts to tickle your sense of, am I confident? Am I competent? Can I do this? Trust in the love. And when you're ready to release, trust in that letting go. It will open you up for the next breath. It will open you up for love itself. If you're still holding, continue to hold. If you've released, take a few cleansing breaths to release. Notice what you notice, feel what you feel. Affirm the courage it took to hold your breath. Knowing that maybe this is an edge of your confidence or an edge of your competence. But by practicing and by showing up to practice, we can gain our skills, improve our confidence and our competence. And as a byproduct, flex the muscles of courage, of choosing to show up authentically, to be seen. This time, as you exhale the breath, let it all out, maybe even giving yourself a little extra press, folding or releasing as much air as you can. And then once again, locking in those bandhas to stay empty. For me, this is the most tangible, energetic expression of fear, of scarcity, of lack. Can you linger in it, knowing that this too shall pass? Not just because breath is there to receive, love is available to take in, but because everything shifts and changes. You have control by way of your breath and your body to welcome the next breath in, to welcome love in again. In this winter season, it's important to remember that courage to go in for this introspection, this journey of meditation and reflection, does not yet require us to turn that into outward action, change that is visible to others. That is the reason for the introspective season, the hibernation that shorter days and winter invite us into. Can you take advantage of this time to peel back the layers, to see yourself more clearly, to let your light shine? So as we transition over the solstice in just a week or so, you too can grow in your light just as our world grows in light, moving back towards summer and sun. Notice the breath and continue to work with this inhaling of compassion and exhaling of fear. If it's a challenge for you to touch compassion, to know and trust compassion. If compassion is abundant, is accessible, move on with me and welcome in these additional layers, working towards courage. We cultivate compassion, and then we plant the seeds of practice so that we can build confidence and competence. Inhale, confidence. Exhale, unworthiness. Inhale, confidence. Exhale, unworthiness. Inhale, confidence. Hold it, own it, believe it, trust it. Let go of unworthiness. Free yourself from this myth. If your confidence is rooted in compassion and truth, move on with me again. Or return to compassion if it was tickled, if it was threatened, if there was any fear that showed up. Breathe in competence. Let go of perfectionism. Breathe in competence. Let go of perfectionism. Breathe in competence. Go of imperfection, of perfectionism, of a need to be perfect in some way. Fill up, expand, maybe even Hold the breath in that fullness of your competence. Know what you know. And then as you release, let go of the perfectionism and embrace the beauty of imperfection, the beauty of unknowing, because that is the invitation, not only for growth of your personal adventure and journey, but a reminder of our connection and our need to collaborate with others, to be in community. Compassion for ourselves and others. Confidence in our worthiness to be loved, to be held, to be engaged with. Inhale your confidence. Inhale competence. Know that through practice, through frequent visiting and repetition of these practices, you will gain confidence and competence, not just in the skill of introspection and meditation, but in knowing yourself, feeling the shift of breath, how the body receives and releases the breath, how the mind, the brain, the heart, and the belly have thoughts, feelings, emotions, knowings, and also releases them to take in what is yet unknown. This is the flow. This is the ebb and flow. This rise and fall. This riding the wave. Breathe in compassion. Without fear. Courage is not the absence of fear, my friends. Courage is facing the fear, seeing it for what it is or isn't, and choosing to show up in compassion, confidence, and competence anyway. Even if our competence is deficient in this particular arena, our compassion fuels us to begin again. Breathe in compassion. Exhale fear. Root yourself in this compassion. Embrace your confidence and your competence. Choose courage to be with what is. Choose how you want to engage and affect change. Choose who you be, who you welcome into your space, who you share your heart, your attention, your energy. Breathe in compassion. Release fear. Breathe in confidence. Release unworthiness. Breathe in competence. Release perfectionism. Breathe in compassion and choose courage. Brene Brown says, courage begins when we show up and allow ourselves to be seen. At first, perhaps that's to be seen by ourselves, our own introspection. We cultivate authenticity. And as we grow in competence and confidence and courage, we allow ourselves to be seen by those who love us and deepen that vulnerability by being with just as we are. And from these training grounds of our introspection, our meditation practice, and our Sangha, our community, we gain even more courage to step out into the world to perhaps affect change on a broader scale. We begin again when the courage is strong enough to help us see clearly what the next right step might be. Until then, it's enough to breathe in compassion, to pursue courage by planting the seeds of confidence and competence, pulling the weeds of unworthiness and perfectionism, returning again to compassion with every breath. Your hands come to rest together at your heart. Courage is a heart word, literally sharing its root, liquor, meaning the heart, from Latin origins. May you know this heart space, this courage rooted in compassion. May you breathe deeply and move freely, labor lovingly, and live vibrantly. Namaste. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks for being here.